All right, because this is my first post on YouTube, I found it fitting to choose a movie that stuck with me, not just because it was freaky or suspenseful when I first saw it, but because of the pure genius that was behind it. This movie that we'll be talking about today it broke many barriers in the film industry, not just because of the storyline, but because of the censorship back in those days. The movie that I'm referring to was made in 1960 and by the master of suspense himself, Alfred Hitchcock, and the movie is... This movie didn't come easy for Hitchcock. At first, Hitchcock presented the movie idea to Paramount executives, which balked at the idea and refused to provide his usual budget. He then proposed to fund the whole project himself at Universal International. After a few more talks back and forth with the executives, they came to an agreement that it would be filmed at Universal and Paramount would distribute it. This set in motion for movie magic and cinematic history to be made. The star of the movie, of course, would be the main character, Norman Bates, Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins was no stranger to Hollywood. He had starred in movies like Friendly Persuasion, Disney's The Black Hole, and Murder on the Orient Express. Friendly Persuasion would launch him into stardom. Starring in Psycho as Norman Bates not only would cement his name into Hollywood history, but would also cause headaches for him later on down the line. Because of this role as Norman Bates, he was typecast into creepy roles. Anthony Perkins died on September 12, 1992, at the young age of 60 due to complications with the AIDS virus. What's sad is how he found out he was HIV positive. He found out that he was positive after reading an article from the tabloid National Enquirer. According to his then-wife, Barry Brenson, she assumed that someone tested her husband's blood for the virus at the doctor's office and leaked it to the tabloid. He was a tremendous actor and is and will continue to be missed in Hollywood. The second character that we will be talking about is the character Marion Crane, played by Janet Leigh. Janet's character would be the first victim in the movie and would make cinematic history. Her character met her demise in the notorious shower scene. Here she is stabbed to death by none other than Norman Bates. Nothing like this had ever been attempted by anyone in Hollywood before, and quite frankly made censors jump out of their seats. The first thing they were worried about was how bloody the scene would be, but being that the production was being shot in black and white and Hitchcock never liked gore, it was minimal. The only gore that was shown was blood that would be going down the drain. Another worry was about nudity. However, Hitchcock would shoot it in such a way as to show none, but leave a lot to the imagination, which he was famous for. On a side note, the blood that was used in the movie was in fact chocolate syrup. They had tried fake blood, but the consistency didn't look right in black and white. This just illustrates how visual Hitchcock was. This scene would scar Janet for the rest of her life. After she saw the scene complete in its entirety, she was so horrified that she went through great lengths to avoid taking showers for the rest of her life. On another side note, Janet Leigh's daughter is none other than the great actress Jamie Lee Curtis. The third character that I would like to talk about now is Lila Crane, or Marion's sister, played by the great Vera Miles. This character stops at nothing to find out what had happened to her sister after her disappearance. Her character is one who finds out that Mother is actually Norman Bates, and that Mother has been dead all along and her corpse kept in the Bates house dug up by Norman himself. On a side note, Vera had worked with Hitchcock on another project, but they were kind of at odds with each other. Hitchcock cast Miles in the potentially star-making role of Judy Barton in the movie Vertigo, but she had to back out last minute because she became pregnant. This put a rift between the two. However, this was a great move on her part because the movie was not a box office success. It barely broke even in the box office. On another note, I think Family should be number one anyways. Vera Miles has been in movies such as The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Disney's Follow Me Boys, and Disney's Those Callaways. Vera is 94 years old and has been retired from Hollywood for many years. The last character that we'll be talking about is Sam Loomis, played by John Gavin. Sam is the boyfriend of the ill-fated Marion Crane. He, along with Marion's sister Vera Miles, set out to find what happened to Marion Crane, Janet Leigh. He, at the end of the movie, subdues Norman Bates in order to stop him from killing Lila Crane, Vera Miles. John Gavin has been in movies such as 1960's Spartacus, 1957's 12 Angry Men, and 1967's Thoroughly Modern Millie.